Hello everyone, this is Paul and you're watching Billy's Educated Law. In this today video session, I would like to discuss about the access control in Java. Before going to the topic, do subscribe my channel, like the video and press the bell icon for my notifications. Now let us discuss the topic of access control in Java. Coming to the introduction part of access control, what is an access control? The access level for class variables and the methods are done by the access modifiers. This entire control of the access modifiers is known as the access control. For example, consider a mobile phone. For accessing some particular images in that mobile phone, first initially you have to type some pin to that mobile phone. So after typing that particular pin, you can access anything that is present in that mobile phone. Similarly, in a Java program, we have a class. In that class, we have the variables and the methods. So for accessing these variables and the methods, we use the access modifiers. Actually, these access modifiers are controlled by using some particular system known as the access control. So for providing some security for variables and methods, we use the access modifiers. So these modifiers are controlled by using a access control system. I hope you understood. So we divide these modifiers into two groups. One is access modifiers, controls the access level, and non-access modifiers does not control the access level but provides some other functionality. So here the access modifiers will control the class variables and the methods, but when coming to the non-access modifiers, they couldn't access the variables and the methods, but they have some particular functionality in that particular program. I hope you understood. So now let us discuss what are the access modifiers and how many access modifiers are present in Java. In the next video session, we will discuss about non-access modifiers. Coming to the access modifiers, we have four types: default, private, public and protected. Now let us discuss each of the access modifier. Coming to the default access modifier, default modifier in Java makes the item available to the classes in their packages only. For example, here I am considering a package. In this package we have number of classes. For example, in one class we have one particular method, and in another class we have the main method. So for getting the output of this method, we use the main method in another class, but both classes are present in only one package. If I consider the method in one particular class and the main method in another class, it will generate an error because the default access modifier is only available to the classes in that particular package only. So it will only access in that particular package and couldn't be accessed in another package. So here is an example. So here I have one package. In this package I have a method. So in this method I am going to print hello, but I have another method named as myPack. So in this myPack I have the main method such that I can print the data which is present in this method. But when we use a default modifier here, so you may get doubt that where does default modifier is present. Initially we can declare this class as a public, private or protected, but if you didn't give any public class or private class or a protected class, that particular class is termed as a default class. So the method names or the variables which are present in those classes are termed as the default modifiers. So here we doesn't mention any modifier here, so it is considered as a default modifier. So it will generate an error because the item available to the classes in their package only can be accessed by the default modifier. So here the content in this class is accessed into then another class, but this another class is present in another package. So it will generate an error and the output is not printed. I hope you understood. Now let us discuss about the private modifier. The private variables are only accessible in their classes only. For example, here I have a package, and in this package I have a class. In this class we have various variables and the methods, so that these methods and the variables can be accessed into the main method directly, but cannot be accessed into another class. Okay, so here is an example. So here in this class we have some private int data equals to 40 and the method named as msg, such that the modifier is private. So here you have to notice that the modifier mentioned here is a private modifier. So here we have another class named as simple. So in this class we have the main method, such that we are going to print hello Java. When we declared another class in a particular package, so that it will generate a compile time error, because these private variables are only accessible in that particular class only. If I take off this class and type this main method here, means it will generate the output, or else it will generate a compile time error, because here we have considered another class, so that it will generate an error. If there is no class and if there is only a single class in that particular package, then it will doesn't generate any error and it will gives the output directly. I hope you understood. If you have any doubts, comment below. Now let us discuss about the public modifier. So public items in Java are accessible from anywhere. For example, an item is present in the market, means it can be accessed for any person in that market. So in the same way, the public modifiers or the variables or the methods which are present in the particular class can be accessed anywhere in that particular program or any package in that particular Java program. So here is an example. So I have one package named as pack and another package named as mypack. So here I declared the method name as msg, but the modifier is public. So this particular method can be accessed in any package or in any class. Okay, so here in this package we are going to import the contents which are present in pack. After importing that, we can access it and we are going to generate the output which is present in this package. Okay, I hope you understood. So the public items in Java are accessible everywhere. Okay, and coming to the protected members are accessible to the subclasses and any object in the same package. For example, so if I consider one package, so the content which is present in this package can be accessed in any class of this package. But when we imported this content into another package, means so this methods or the variables which are present in this package are accessed in this package by using the technique of inheritance only. If we doesn't use the inheritance in the second package, means it will generate an error. So here I have an example. So in this package I take the modifier of this method as protected. So this content is accessed in this package by inheritance. So here the class B is extended by class A. So the contents which are present in A class are imported into this class. That means B acts as a subclass and A acts as the superclass. So the content which is present in the parent class was imported into the subclass, because the child class will have the same characteristic as the parent class. So when we are going to print the content which is present in this class in another class of another package, we are going to import the content which is present in that particular class by inheritance. Okay, you have to remember the protected members are accessed in another package by inheritance. Okay, protected members are accessible to the subclasses. So B is a subclass. How this B become as a subclass? By inheritance. I hope you get my point. If you have any doubts, comment below. So by understanding the four modifiers, here I generate a table. So we have the default, private, protected and the public modifiers. So within the same class, the default, private, protected and the public modifiers are accessible. I hope you get my point. Coming to the same package but in another classes. So the variables which are declared as private are only accessible to that particular class only. So here we have the other classes. So private cannot be worked here, but default, protected and public can be worked here. Different package and the subclass. Okay, so default cannot be accessed in another package, so here we take it as no. And when coming to private, it cannot be accessed in another package, so here I consider it as no. Coming to the protected, it was represented as subclass, so the protected can be accessed in the different package because inheritance is occurred in this package. Okay, and coming to public, public can be accessed anywhere in any package. Okay, and coming to different package and non subclass, so here we are not inheriting any of the class, so default cannot be accessed here, so here no, because default is only accessible to that particular package only, and private, it is only accessible to that particular class only, so here no. And protected, so it is represented as no because inheritance is not occurred, so no subclass is present, so I represented it as no, and the public as S. This is the end of the topic. I hope you understood. If you have any doubts, comment below and like the video and share the content which is present in my channel, and thank you everyone.